Hello everybody, this is Dr. Samuel again, and in this video we continue with the solutions to the CSEC examination of 2021 held in July, and we are on question number 6. Now this question is a measurement question where we look at areas and volumes. The question reads, Farmer Brown makes troughs to feed his farm animals using wood that is 5 centimeters thick. So the box here is made of wood 5 centimeters thick. As shown in the diagram below, the troughs are rectangular based, open at the top, and have external dimensions of 300 centimeters by 190 centimeters and 160 centimeters in height. So that's what we have. The first question, show by calculation that the internal capacity or volume of the trough is 8,091,000 cubic centimeters. So let's go back to the diagram, and what we need to determine is the internal volume of the trough, the volume inside of it. What we have to remember is that the wood that it is made up of is 5 centimeters thick. So what we need to do, we know that the internal shape is of a cuboid, and the volume is the length by width by height. So we need to find internal length, width, and height and multiply them. And hopefully we are going to get the answer as 8,091,000. So let's do it. First, let's find the length, the internal length. The whole length of the container is 300 centimeters. But if we look, remember the wood is 5 centimeters thick. So we have 5 centimeters on each side, which means we have to subtract 10 centimeters in order to find the internal length. So the internal length is 300 minus 10, which is 290 centimeters. So we have the length, the internal length, as 290. Next, let us find the internal width. Again, the same thing again. The total width is 190 centimeters. So we subtract 10 centimeters to find the internal width. 190 minus 10 is 180 centimeters. So we multiply by the width, which is 180 centimeters. And then we multiply by the height. Now remember, it has no top. The bottom is made of the wood 5 centimeters thick. So therefore the internal height will be 160, but minus not 10, but only 5. So that's 155 centimeters. So 155 centimeters. So we multiply that and let us see what we get. So I will get my calculator. So we multiply 290 times 180 times 155, 8091,000, which is what we have here, 8,091,000. And so we have shown that this is the answer required. 8,091,000 cubic centimeters. So we have finished part A. Let us move on to part B. Part B asks to calculate the volume of wood needed to make the trough. So let us go back to our diagram, and we only want to find the volume of wood. Now, the best way to get this is to first find the total volume of the whole trough. Okay, that means the volume of the outside plus the volume inside. So we do it by multiplying 300 by 190 by 160. When we do that, we now subtract the volume inside, because when we subtract the volume inside, we are only going to have the volume of the wood. And we know the volume inside is 8,091,000. So let us find the volume of the wood by multiplying 300 by 190 by 160. Sorry, the volume of the total trough. So volume of trough (300) multiplied by 190 multiplied by 160. And when we get this answer, we are going to subtract the volume we found in A inside the trough, which is 8,091,000 cubic centimeters. And so it is just calculator work. Let's get the calculator. (300) multiplied by 190 multiplied by 160, and we subtract 8,091,000. We do that, we get the answer as 1,029,000. That is cubic centimeters. And that is part B. So we are now on part C. Farmer Brown must paint the internal surface of the trough. Given that 1 gallon of paint covers approximately 280,000 square centimeters of surface, determine the total amount of paint in liters that is needed to paint the internal surface of the trough. So here is a question on area, and we need to find first the total internal surface area of the trough. So as the first thing we find, let's go back to the diagram and see what do we have to multiply. Farmer Brown is painting the internal surface, the surface inside of the trough. So therefore, we have to calculate the area of each surface inside. Now the good thing is that the opposite faces have the same area. So first, what is the area of the base? What's the area of the base? Remember, the wood is 5 centimeters thick. So therefore, the area of the base we have to find by subtracting 10 from each length and then multiplying length by width. So the base, the length inside, is 290, and the base width inside is 180. Let us do that. So the base area is 290 centimeters times 180 centimeters. So now let us get the area of one pair of equal sides. We go back to the diagram and let us now find the area of these two sides. They are the same area, so you find the area of one side and multiply by 2. Remember, you have a 5 centimeter thick piece of wood. So the area would be 190 minus 10 is 180 times 160 minus 5, 155 centimeters. So it's 180 times 155. So the area of one side is 180 times 155, but the opposite side is the same area. So we need to multiply by 2. And so the final pair of sides again, we'll find the area of one side and multiply by 2 as we did here. So we'll go up to the diagram. The third side is this one and this one. The second pair of sides that are equal, basically. So the length here will be 300 minus 10, which is 290, times the height, which is 160 minus 5, 155 centimeters. And then we get that area and multiply by 2. So let's do it. So this is it. That is the area of the total internal area of the trough. So this is just calculator work. So let us work it out now. So it is 290 times 180. Plus 2 times 180 times 155 plus 2 times 290 times 155. And we get the answer as 197,900. But the final answer yet, but the total internal surface area of the trough, 197,900 square centimeters. So now we need to find out how much paint will be required to paint that surface area. From the question, we were told that 1 gallon of paint covers approximately 280,000 square centimeters. So it means to find how many gallons of paint we need to cover that area, we have to divide 197,900 by 280,000. So let us do it. So the amount of paint is 197,900 over 280,000 gallons. But we have to find it in liters. And you're told that 1 gallon equals 3.79 liters. So all we need to do now is to multiply the answer by 3.79. And let's calculator work again. So it's 197,900 divided by 280,000 equals, and then multiply that by 3.79. And we get the answer as 2.678, etc. So we can leave the answer as simply 2.7 liters. And that is part C. So that is it. We have finished question number 6. And so we'll continue next time. If you like this video, then you can press the subscribe button or the like button or share the video. I will see you all next time.